Welcome to the Paul Chandler Show, everyone. I'm your host, Paul Chandler. In tonight's episode, we're going to look at how to be a medical auditor. Because a lot of times, auditors will become coders first, and then sometimes after a while of being a medical coder, they'll decide when to transition into becoming a medical auditor. So we'll be covering the aspects of what is a medical auditor and the different steps to how to transfer to that position. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Welcome to How to Become a Medical Auditor. Now, there are several different medical coding credential organizations which offer different types of medical auditing credentials, and those are what we're going to be reviewing now. First, we're going to discuss the CPMA, the Certified Professional Medical Auditor credential by the AAPC. Now, this credential was actually originally created by a lady named Shannon DeConda, and I will actually take a personal statement and say a frackin' awesome lady named Shannon DeConda who really knows her stuff regarding medical auditing. So she originally created this credential, and then the AAPC bought it. They did change it a couple years ago. But with, though, the CPMA credential, it is a 150 multiple choice question exam. You have 5 hours and 40 minutes to take it. It is taken in person with the local AAPC chapter. With the $399, that's $399 fee for it, you do get one free retake if needed. So if you do not pass the exam on the first attempt, you do get a free retake. However, though, if you pass on the first attempt, then you don't get any money back. So it's like a buy one, get one free kind of deal. You are allowed to have open coding manuals. And they do have a list on the AAPC website on which type of coding manuals you may use. And they do also have a smaller list there are a few different manuals you are not allowed to use by certain publishers. But for the most part, though, you can use almost any type of ICD-10 and HCPCS book. You do have to use the AMA version of the CPT book. You can also bring in printouts of the 95 and 97 E&M guidelines and also E&M audit worksheets or audit tools if you'd like. And a passing score is 70%, 70. So with that, you need to have 105 questions correct, and you can miss 45 or get 45 freebies, as I call it, and still pass the CPMA exam. Now, their exam is not just covering auditing itself. It does cover some compliance aspects of it. So the CPMA exam covers the medical record standards and documentation guidelines, coding and documentation compliance guidelines, coding and reimbursement concepts, scope and statistical sampling methodologies, medical record auditing abstraction, and category risk analysis and communication. So besides the CPMA credential with the AAPC, there's also the CEMA credential by NAMUS. And like I mentioned earlier when talking about the CPMA credential, that Shannon DeConda, she is with NAMUS. She is the founder and president of NAMUS. And a few years ago, she created their first of so far 2 auditing-based credentials that go through the NAMUS organization. The first is the Certified Evaluation and Management Auditor, or the CEMA. Now that's strictly auditing E&M cases. There's no compliance questions on it. So you'll have 10 E&M cases where there'll be 13 questions each for a total of 130 questions. You'd have 4 hours to finish the exam, and they do offer 2 different formats for the exam. You can either take it in person if you are, for example, taking their 2-day or day and a half or 2 days, one of the two, CEMA boot camp. You can take the exam after it. Or you can have an online proctor exam from the comfort of your home or office at $234, or the on-site, for example, after CEMA boot camp for $199. You are allowed to have open coding manuals as well. And their passing score is also is a 70%, 70. So with the CMA credential, out of the 130 questions, you need to have 91 correct. So you're allowed 39 freebies. Now, they offer the CEMA credential and recently also offer the CEMA-O, the Certified Evaluation and Management Auditor of Orthopedics. And it's the same concepts as far as, the different materials you can use. There's still 130 questions. However, though, these are all just orthopedic-based E&M case studies, 13 questions each, 4 hours to finish the exam. $199 for taking the exam in person, on site, or $234 online. And the difference with that $35 is to offset the cost of having the online proctor program, open coding manuals, just like the CEMA is, and also passing scores of 70%. So with NAMUS, both their CEMA and the CEMA-O credentials, passing score is 70%. So out of the 130 questions, then you can have 91 correct, and you get 39 freebies, and you can still earn that credential with the passing score on their exam. Now, besides the CPMA with the AAPC, the CEMA and the CEMA-O with NAMUS, because we love acronyms in healthcare, there's also the CMCA E&M. That is the Certified Medical Chart Auditor E&M for Evaluation and Management that goes through PMI, the Practice Management Institute. Their exams are also 130 questions. However, though, their E&M auditing exam, it is only 104 questions based on auditing 8 E&M encounters, because they have 26 questions that will also include questions covering documentation standards, key components of the encounter, and also compliance. Their exam is also 4 hours to finish. Their price, though, for the CMCA E&M exam is $299, open coding manuals as well, and a passing score is 70%. So just like the NAMUS exams, 91 questions correct to pass, and you're allowed 39 freebies. I hope you enjoyed that education on the different steps and the requirements to become a medical auditor. Now, something you may notice, because it's today being New Year's Eve, Thursday, December 31st, 2020, that we are doing 3 episodes tonight to have a little catch up from when I was sick earlier in the month. And something you also may notice that this is not the normal set. This is a whiteboard behind me. So something that I'm actually really excited to announce, that tonight is the 97th, 98th, and 99th episode of the Paul Chandler Show, wrapping up 2020 and season 1. So we will have no episodes tomorrow on New Year's Day, on Friday, November 1st. But starting, though, this coming Monday, January 4th, 2021, will be the season premiere of season 2 of the Paul Chandler Show. That'll also be our 100th episode, and we'll also be debuting our new set. So for that, all for now from the Paul Chandler Show. So thank you for watching, and have an awesome rest of your night.